Angel with Angel Creations. Welcome back to my craft room. Okay, so I have been wanting to do this craft for, excuse me, probably a year now. Yeah, so today's the day. So I'm really excited about doing this craft. So I'm going to get right into it. We're going to be using a saying that I did on my Cricut. Now, if you don't have a Cricut, you can get rub-on letters. We're going to be using some rub-on transfers today. They're not lettering, but I have a Cricut, so I use my Cricut. This is Dollar Tree vinyl. As you can tell on the back, there's no grid lines. The only one I know of that does that is Dollar Tree so far that I've ever worked with anyway. Let me stick that. And then we have the press and seal down for our transfer tape. So let me put that aside for a moment. And then I took a Christmas sign from the Dollar Tree, and I've already started to put some Shiplap sign stripes on it. And then we're going to be using one of these markers, furniture markers from the Dollar Tree. I think we're going to use oak. And obviously we will be using some Waverly Antique Wax. I painted this white with Waverly chalk paint, and then I have some rub-on transfers that we're going to play with. So grab yourself a nice cool drink or a nice hot drink. I have both today. I'm going to try to cut the time as much as possible, but there's going to be a lot that goes into this. We're also going to try to use the bow maker that I made. So I don't know if I know how to link the video that I made that on, but if you go back, because I'm still new at this, but if you go back to my channel and just look back, I've only been here a little while, you will find it. I'm going to put my coffee behind me because it doesn't have a cover. And yeah, all right, so we're just going to get right into it. So I painted this white, and I put some pencil lines down to make it look like shiplap. And I'm going to, a lot of today's thing is going to be on the painting technique. I really want this to look like an old piece of fence, or at least an old piece of wood. I want it to look like shiplap. So now I'm going to take my marker from the Dollar Tree, and I also went down the line on the very end because I spaced this out for every 2 inches. Let me get my ruler flat here. And now I'm just going to take that furniture marker, and I'm going to go down where my pencil lines are, just to color that a little darker. I'm trying to figure out which way I want my tip here. I just want to darken those lines to make it look like those are grooves. It's bleeding. It is bleeding because I stayed still in one place too long, so I might be able to get that up. Oh well, if not, it's okay because we're going to distress this with some antique Waverly wax anyway. So try not to stay in one place too long with your furniture marker, because it is not a regular marker. We're just using it to darken the wood lines. My apron there. Can't see what I'm doing. This is my new apron from Temu. Everybody says it differently. I have a friend that actually got sponsored by the company, and they told her to say Temu, like it has 2 M's, but then I have other people writing to me that say it's Temu. So I don't care what you call it. I love it. I am in love with the Temu. All right, so there is that. We have it a little bit darker. Now we're going to play with, let's get some paper under our, not much here, but let's get some wax paper. Actually, it's parchment paper, because we're going to do some dry brushing on here now with our antique Waverly wax. And you know, if you've been with me at any length of time, you know I love to distress my project. But if that is not your thing, don't do it. Just do everything except for that. But I love that look. So I'm going to distress this and make it look old. And how I like to do that, can you see what I'm doing? I like to go with the grain of wood, which there really isn't a grain here, but we're going to pretend. The reason there is no really grain here is because we painted this, and it's just, what do you call it, that MDF really. So really there is no grain. So we're just going to go from the top and the bottom down, and you start to put a little bit more pressure on your brush, and you get more paint. The dabbing onto the paper towel pushes the paint up inside of the bristles, so that you can actually, you have your paint up in your bristles, and then you can add more pressure or less pressure to, I don't know. I hope that makes sense. But that's what we do when we are dry brushing. So I have it on a flat surface now. I'm just going to go over it and give it a little more pressure in different places, mostly on the tops and bottoms, because I feel like it would be distressed more in the corners and in the bottom. And I want this really good and distressed. I'm actually going to go over these lines in the fence, or what I'm kind of feeling like this would be a fence, but old piece of fence, but it doesn't have to be. So now I'm just gonna go down these lines where my cracks in the wood are a little bit darker, and try not to wiggle your line like I sometimes do. All right, because that would be worn more right in those spots. So that's what I'm trying to do, is emphasize. I can do it better than I can say it. I hope what I'm doing is coming across better than it feels like it is in my words, but trying to emphasize the darkness where it would be in reality. Up and down this old shiplap piece. Grab a little more color, and go back and forth, making it look really old. I am in love with that. Looking good, right? Let's go up and down this edge over here a little darker. Grab a little bit more paint just to make it consistent with the other side. Darken this up a little bit more, like so. Cute, right? All right, so now I'm going to cover up my Waverly. I think we're done with our Waverly. It kind of looks cool with that piece that bled. It kind of almost looks like a chippy, you know, like a piece of chipboard. All right, so now let me get this off, and we are going to put the top back here, because the top has the holes in it for the jute hanger. We might have already closed up with paint, but we can fix that. All right. Let me grab a sip of my coffee while it's still warm. You do the same. I'm so excited about this next part. Let's put that aside for a moment, and let's make a bow. I have this adorable ribbon. You can get the same ribbon from Dollar Tree, a little bit wider. This is almost gone. It might not be enough. Oh, we'll have to get the Dollar Tree one out. It's fine though. So I have this one from the Dollar Tree. Oops. And I just want to make a simple bow, but I want to use my bow maker because I want a few loops. So this is the bow maker that I made on this channel. I don't know how long ago. Boy, I guess I gotta empty my trash. It takes a long time to get the build up in my trash out here, but it certainly does. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is you're supposed to use this for your ribbon, but I don't think I really use that much. So I don't want a huge tail, so I'm working backwards here. So I'm gonna go about a 7-inch tail, approximately. I'll probably cut that a little bit more too when I don't want to use this piece. I didn't really learn how to use this. I just made one. Okay, so now I'm gonna go my 7-inch tail. I'm gonna go about 3 inches with my ribbon, and then I'm gonna come through my 2 pieces here. And because this ribbon is the same on both sides, you don't have to twist it. And then I'm gonna go 3 inches and come back. I'm going to do it again, and this time I think I'll go like 2.5 inches. I want my little petal on this side to be a little shorter. I'm going to do the same thing on the other side, about 2.5 inches. And then that's enough for me. So now I'm going to come back down in the middle here and get my tail. It's probably really hard to see. I'm hoping I'm showing it well. And we will cut the ribbon here. We'll trim that up afterwards. Now I'm going to get a little zip tie. I'll get a little black one this time. If I can use a black one, I will, because I couldn't get the clear ones for a long time. I'm just going to slip this little tie wrap right underneath my bow. I'm going to do it right on this side, right between everything here, and slip that underneath the whole pile. Put the zip tie through, and then before I zip it tight, I'm going to slip it off of my bow maker and make sure that I have all of my bow where I want it centered. So cute. And then I think I have to put this loop. I think I have an issue where I put my thing, so I have to pull I have to pull my tail through. There we go. Now it's right. It was kind of in the wrong spot. Okay, so there's my tail, there's my loops. Now I'm making sure that I have it in the center, and I'm going to pull it tight. And I'm going to use tweezers. You probably won't, not tweezers, pliers. You probably don't need to do that, but I have sore fingers. And cut that little tail off. And now we have this gorgeous little bow with 4 little loops that we can decorate the top with. And we just did that up really quick and easy, waiting for our shiplap to dry. I'm just fluffing it here. And then I'll show you how adorable. And then we'll dovetail our ends. Sometimes I'm a little overly, so there's our cute little bow. Really cute, really cute. Probably cuter in person. And now let's dovetail our bows, our tails. We're gonna fold the 2 wire ends together and cut from the inside out. No, cut from the inside down. And that gives you a dovetail. So again, you put your 2 wires together, cut from the fold side in, and cut in a slant down. That will dovetail that for us. And there is our adorable bow. I'm just going to roll a piece of this leftover ribbon and just rolling it up, and we're going to take it and wrap it around where our black tie wrap is, zip tie, just to cover that little bit of plastic. And we will cover it up and just use a little bit of this leftover bow. So do the same thing, put a little bit more. I'm only going to need another little piece of that, so let me cut that before I actually glue it. Put my glue. Now sometimes I like to add a little button or a doodad, but why not use a little bit piece of this ribbon? It was left over anyway. And then fix my bow. So I keep flattening it. And then we'll fix it and tidy it up a little bit more when we put it on our project. So let's put our bow aside. Let's put our bow maker aside. And let's get back to our board, because now I want to put our words on here. So I'm going to cut it out more, but it's not about a bunny, it's about the lamb. And I've been really wanting to make this for quite a while, probably about a year. And it's just been one thing or another that I haven't, but today is the day, so I'm really excited. I hope this video isn't too lengthy. I do know I value your time, I really do. I know it's hard for me to watch an hour-long video for sure, so I do value your time. All right, now it's not only about the lamb, but it is about placement. So I'm going to put this all the way over to one side with my words on the top. Oh no, I'm going to put it, let's see, I'm going to put it about here, and then put a bunny, right? And then we're going to do it here and put it, it's about the lamb, okay? So that's about how we're going to do it. So we're going to start off, and these are very delicate when they're in this form because they are on glad press and seal, and yeah, that can be pretty delicate stuff to work with. So we're going to burnish it back onto our press and seal really well, and then we're going to take it off so that we can transfer it onto our board. Whoops. And if you do this with stickers, you can do the same thing. You can set it all up, use a ruler, put them down, and then take your transfer tape. Hold on, I can't talk and walk at the same time. Okay, then take your transfer tape or your press and seal and just use it as a transfer carrier. All right, now I do want to have some of these on the top there, so I'm going to put it down just about there, and we will rub that on just at the fingertip is plenty when you are working with press and seal, because it will rip if you use a scraper. I do use a scraper on the back, but not usually on the front. And now we're going to convince it to stay down on our board as we peel away our press and seal. My cat loves this press and seal stuff. I have to bury it in my trash, I'm telling you. She will come out and dig through the trash after it. All right, this is a big piece, so it's not so important if it doesn't transfer. It's almost a big bunny sticker, but I'm gonna try to transfer it just the same. I hope everybody is doing well today. I know I'm having a fabulous day. All right, let's see. It's not about a bunny. Rub it on with your fingertips. Hide the press and seal from the cat. I'll take a cool drink right now. Wet my whistle. Okay, now I'm gonna put It's About the Lamb. Again, we're gonna burnish that onto the back. So that just helps it. We're telling this, we don't want you to stick to the paper that you came on. We want you to stick onto the transfer sheet that we put you on. And then we just peel that off. Like so. Whoop. Stay on, stay on. Stay on. It's about the lamb. It sure is about the lamb. Let's go down a little bit. I don't want my tea in the bunny's mouth here. Yeah. I'm trying to get my words straight here. All right. Sometimes commitment is my hardest thing. If you've been here at all, you know I say that all the time. It's like, do I want to? It's like the diving board. You know, the diving board scene where you want to jump, but you don't. And you want to, but you don't. You want to, but you're afraid. All right, Jill, get that press and seal. All right. Oh, didn't want my tea didn't want to stay down. Is now though. Alright, we have our words on. Let's get rid of that for the cat. And now we need a lamb. Convince that to stay. Get our lamb. Isn't this the cutest little lamb? I love a lamb. I've never eaten lamb. Has anybody, you guys, I've never eaten lamb. And it really is just not, I'm not a vegetarian or any of that. I just don't want to eat a little baby. I don't know why. I've never even tasted lamb. But everybody says it's really good. I just feel like at this point, I'm 57. Why eat a lamb? I don't know. Why eat lamb now? I never did, right? All right, I'm going to get... So, now that we have, it's not about a bunny, it's about the lamb of God. All right, now we are going to put on a rub-on the top and on the bottom just to zhuzh this up, give it a finishing touch. Then we will I have these little round, half round wooden things. I'd like to put one in each corner as well. So this is from the Dollar Tree and it looks like they repeat. So we have, anyway, I'm going to pick out the two that I feel like they kind of look like an olive branch. That kind of is appropriate with this. So I'm going to pick out two of those, one for the top and one for the bottom. And that is what it looks like. I hope you can see that. And of course the other one's in the middle. Has to be in the middle. And we'll cut that out. And rub those on. And I love this project already. And you know what's fun? It's always fun when you have something in your mind's eye and it comes to fruition just like you wanted it to. I'll be right back. Okay, I had to put you on hold for a memento or I would have looked like Alec Murdo. Is anybody watching that case? I'm telling you, I was sick. I was watching it and his nose was just totally dripping and he wasn't even trying to wipe it up. I don't know. So I had to put you on hold for a moment so that I could blow my nose. Okay, so now I'm going to put my rub-on transfer. I'm just going to eyeball it right up here, right above the lettering. Doesn't have to be perfect. I'm just going to use my Cricut spatula here and rub it. You can use a popsicle stick. You can use your fingernail. Anything that's hard. You can use a little credit card. Any little scraper will do. And then you're just going to rub that little transfer down all over. And it will be so cute. When we pull this up, it's going to look like it was professionally put on here. I love the transfers. I love the rub-ons. Transfers are great for crafting, especially if you don't have a Cricut or a vinyl cutting machine. I'm just going to use these tweezers to get my, oh, it's still a couple places there. Let's see how we did. Oh, I'm going to go back over just a couple of places where it's dark, just to make sure I got that on very, very well, or I have that on very, very well. I think I do. I'm going to go for it. I'm going to pull it up. And it did great. See what we have at the top? It's probably hard to see on here, but it gives it a nice little finished edge. I'm going to do the same thing on the bottom. So you just peel off the transfer. It comes already on there. And I did that one down, so I'm going to do this one up. Again, eyeballing it, just putting it down right here on the bottom. And rub that on. This is so much fun. I love crafting, obviously, or I wouldn't be on here, right? But it's so much therapy to me that I just love it. I love to just sit here and craft and be with, a lot of times when I'm not crafting on video, I'm sitting here listening to praise music. And so I you know, I just absolutely love to be down in my craft room doing all the things that make me happy. There is the bottom. So now we have, it's very hard probably, at least for me, but maybe you guys can see it on your end, hopefully a lot better. I do want to take a couple of these, 4 of these little half round wooden things. They are on my Amazon list. If you want them, they are down in the list of my Amazon store. If you want these, you can otherwise get these at like Hobby Lobby. I think they're a little more money if you get them there than on Amazon. And I am also going to zhuzh these up, not with paint, but with just a little brown or an antique Waverly wax. And I'm just putting one in each corner because I love the detail. I'm all about the detail on this project. Zhuzhing it up. Get those cobwebbies off. So I'm going to take that same paintbrush that we had out to get our wood look, and I'm going to do the same thing. I'm just going to grab a little piece of paper towel, and I'm going to get some paint, dab, 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 dab. You see what I'm doing? Dab, 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 dab. And then we're just going to zhuzh those little round balls up. Darken them babies right up a little bit. And I'm not even doing the whole thing. I'm just darkening the top And the bottom is still raw wood. And that is it. Those cobwebbies. Love that. All right, now we need a hanger. Let's cover up our wax. We need a hanger and we need to put our bow on. So what I want to do here, let me get some rum. I want to get some jute. Whoa. Get some jute. I thought I had one with, here we go, with the toggles. Oh, no. Is that too long? Okay, I have one left over from another Dollar Tree, or I may have taken it off of this one. I'm going to put, it has the toggles I like. So I'm going to put the toggle through on that side, and the toggle, it is kind of short. It might be too short. It is too short. Let me skip that. Skip that. We're going to go and try to find another one with a longer toggle, or make another one. Make our own, I guess. Sorry. Sometimes they have a little bit longer one. Okay, so we're just going to take our jute and make our own piece of jute. All right, so I'm going to go through the hole. Make a good knot, a really good knot, so that it doesn't come back through. Try to get that knot on top of each other. Sometimes that's the hard part, is getting that knot to fall in the right place every single time. All right, so we have that side. Now we're going to put this one in. And I want mine to be, let's see, let's say that is a good length. So now we need to just tie. Let's cut it. We don't need all of that length. Cut that off. Just give it a good tie. Do it over and over. And get that knot to fall on the seam. Whoopsie, it wants to pass that knot. That's the hard part, getting that double knot to fall right where you need it. You guys have a secret for that? Let me know. I remember my sewing teacher used to have all kinds of little tricks for knots. I only remember one. And that one would work with thread, but I don't think it would work with this. She used to take her finger and wet it with her mouth, and then like that, and then she would wrap, I'm gonna actually stick a couple of these popsicle sticks on here for anchors, because I don't want my knot, I don't want to sit here all day and make knots. But okay, so that has no glue stick. And so this way I know the knot is not going to slip out. I'll know it's nice and anchored here. So I'm just going to stick, the other day we made a carrot, and I cut up all the pieces of leftover sticks so that I could use them as an anchor, because I do that often. And why cut up a brand new stick if I had all these leftover sticks? So that's what I'm doing. I'm just going to put 2 down there for an anchor. And then I want the bow to be on the very tip up here. So hold on, we got to hold this. I want my bow to be the hanger. Where's my bow? So what we're going to do is take another little piece. I guess we'll take another little piece of this, and we're going to just tie a loop so that I can make the bow the hanger. I'll show you what I'm talking about. I know it's hard sometimes to explain. It's sometimes really hard for me to explain. So I have just a little piece of jute that I made a little knot, and it's a little hanger. And now I'm gonna glue that under. Let me put something on my surface here. I'm gonna glue that to my string. So I'm just gonna put my string where I want it, and I'm gonna glue my bow. First I'm gonna glue my little hanger right to the back of my bow. Just like so. And then I'm gonna glue my jute to it. So that now my hanger, that's stretched out so much I think I lost a lot of my glue. So I'm going to let that dry for a second, and then I'm just going to take a piece of this leftover ribbon that we still have and kind of patch where I glued that so that it's really good, and I know it's not going to go anywhere. So I'm just going to put my glue down so that it's holding all the pieces of jute, and then we're going to just put this over it. And I'm not doing this so that it looks good. I'm really just doing this to infuse all of the bits and pieces into one. Meld it all together on the back of my bow so that my bow becomes the hanger. And it's not actually hanging on the jute. And I'm going to stand up and show you that, what I did here. There's my loop in the back. Kind of messy even. But now, when I come around, it's hard to hold and show you, I have my little knot right there. So that's where we will hang this. And how cute is that? Love that. Do you see the detail on the top? Do you see these wooden... Oh, I love, love, love that. I love that. Okay, so let me sit down again and hold it up, and this is a great time for you to give me a thumbs up. And let's get our bow all pretty again. We flattened it. Also, sharing is caring, so go ahead and share this video with your friends, family, and social media. It really does help my channel grow, and I hope you guys had fun watching me make this, as much fun as I had making it with you guys. And make sure that you hit that subscribe button, because we're going to do a giveaway when we get up to 700 subscribers. So thanks for helping a girl out. I have to say a real big thank you to Christine. You know who you are. She's so funny. She wrote to me and said that she had her husband and her son subscribe, and you're just the best, Christine. I love that. Thank you so much. They don't have to watch, they just need to subscribe. All right, everybody, thank you so much, and until I see you the next time, I hope that you be good and do good. Bye now.